Hello, dear viewers. Namaskar. Welcome to Moksha Media. You are with Moksha Hiremat. Recently, a poet and a critic, Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi, is passed away. He was a poet of simplicity and gentleness. Sri Chennaveera Kanavi was born on June 18, 1928 at Humble in the Taluk of Gadag in undivided Dharwad district under the British regime. His father was a teacher. He struggled hard to come to a level he achieved. He had his own status. He studied at Karnataka College. He did his MA in Kannada at Karnataka University, Dharwad, Karnataka, India. And when he was a student, he had the habit of composing poems. In fact, he had shown some of the poems to famous literatures such as Dara Bendre, Kuvempu, and Vikru Gokak. At that time, Vikru Gokak was the principal of Karnataka College, Dharwad, Karnataka, India. The literatures saw in him the poetic abilities and gave him a lot of scope. The spirit of composing poems continued on and on. Then he became the director of Prasaranga at Karnataka University. He married to Shanta Devi. She was also a poetess. She was no more now. 2 years back, she was passed away. Sri Chennaveera Kanavi started his poetic career by publishing an anthology, Kavya Shakti. It is an anthology of poems. It is published in 1948. Of course, he went on and on composing the poems. He brought them in anthology of poems. His anthology of poems are 26 in number. We remember mainly Chennaveera Kanavi as a poet. But in addition to poetry, Chennaveera Kanavi was also a critic. He was also a writer in prose. His criticism and other prose works are, I think, 20 to 20, 25 in number. It is approximately. Chennaveera Kanavi penned criticism. It can be seen in his critical works such as Kavyanusandhana, Samahita, and Madhura Channa. If we see these works, we come to know Sri Chennaveera Kanavi's criticism. So, sometimes a poet can't become a critic can't become a poet, but Sri Chennaveera Kanavi is an exception. He was a poet as well as a critic. It is a rare literary mixture in him. He got Central Sahitya Akademi for his anthology of poems, Jeevadvani. Of course, later onwards, Karnataka Sahitya Akademi also awarded. He was awarded Pampa Prasasti, Karnataka Rajya Prasasti, and Nadoja Prasasti, etc., etc. Sri Chennaveera Kanavi was not after the awards, but in fact, awards were after him. Nowadays, you know the fate of awards. We can see two categories of people aspiring for awards. One is they are after awards, and another one is awards are after them. Sri Chennaveera Kanavi is belong to the second category of awards. Sri Chennaveera Kanavi brought name and fame to the awards. So, he has such a personality. He also became the 65th President of All India Kannada Sahitya Sammelana, Kannada Sahitya Summit, Kannada Literary Summit, held at Assam in held at Assam. He composed approximately 600 poems, and 100 of them are sonnets. So, many people considered him the poet of sonnets. He loved and liked sonnets like anything, so he composed many sonnets. Chennaveera Kanavi had to his credit approximately 53 works. Of course, for our generation, it is colossal. No doubt, Chennaveera Kanavi is a popular poet, popular lyricist. So his poems, his lyrics such as ಹೂವು ಹೊರಳುವವು ಚಂದ್ರನ ಕಡೆಗೆ, ಹೂವು ಹೊರಳುವವು ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಕಡೆಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಯಾಣ ಚಂದ್ರನಡೆಗೆ. That is, flowers turn towards sun, but we journey towards moon. And another one, ವಿಶ್ವಭಾರತಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಆರತಿ. And of course, Sone Male, etc. can be mentioned. So, in Kannada literary field, Kuvempu is considered as the poet of sunrise. Dara Bendre is considered as the poet of Shravana, as the poet of festivals, whereas Chennaveera Kanavi is considered as the poet of winter. So, like this, Chennaveera Kanavi enriched Kannada literature by composing poems and writing criticisms and other literary genus. He was simple. He was not proud of his poetic qualities. He led the life of simplicity and become a model to the youngsters. At the age of 93, Chennaveera Kanavi is passed away, but the spirit of poems in him is remained with us. Of course, Karnataka University, Dharwad, honored him with the doctorate. So, Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi becomes the poet of the people, the poet of top to bottom. Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi is also considered a poet of reconciliation. Generally, another poet, G.S. Rudrappa, and Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi are considered as the poets of reconciliation, but both of them did not accept it. They have some points, common points, but they didn't mean they are the poet of reconciliation. That doesn't mean they are Samanvaya Kavigalu. Dr. G.S. Surudrappa's Kavanas are different from Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi's poems. Both of them are sublime poets, no doubt about it. Both of them led the life of simplicity. Both of them are for the people, to the people. Both of them have led the life of happiness. Both of them contributed a lot to Kannada literary period, especially to the field of poetry and criticism. Now, such a poet, Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi, is no more with us physically. The poets of pre-independent India are passing one by one, leaving behind them the legend of independent India's and pre-independent India's spirit. Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi composed poems in a simple way, and he involved the common people in his poetry, and he created his own niche in the field of Kannada literature. Anyhow, when we look at the works of Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi, we feel that Chennaveera Kanavi is with us. Physically, Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi might not be there, but psychologically, Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi is with us. The spirit of culture of simplicity, gentleness, and guiding the younger generation and others can be felt when we read and study the poems and works of Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi. So, I pay homage to Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi. Of course, Dr. Chennaveera Kanavi is a man of culture, simplicity, and gentleness. See you in the next episode. Namaskar.